death of his wife left only one living thread in the soul of Brandon, a powerful law firm owner: his love for his daughter Sarah. She became his universe, his purpose, and he swore he would deny her nothing. His love turned into obsession, and Sarah's desires became commands. Greg wasn't just making a career at Brandon's prestigious firm. He was soaring like a comet, leaving behind many colleagues with more experience. His name was already whispered in the courtroom corridors, and senior partners entrusted him with complex cases. Knowing that behind his brilliant analytical mind and innate talent for oratory lay an integrity rare in that environment. He was a diamond that needed no artificial polishing. His charm and integrity naturally attracted both clients and respect. He built his entire future, professional and personal, around Shelley. She was his safe haven, the person who believed in him even when he was a penniless student intern, earning a living on night shifts. Their relationship, which grew from friendship to love, was built on a foundation of mutual respect and shared values. The wedding wasn't just a formality, but a logical, long-awaited step in their life together. The honeymoon tickets were already in the drawer, and Shelley's dress was hanging in the closet, awaiting its day. It seemed nothing could mar the perfect horizon shining before them. One day, Sarah, peeking into her father's office, saw Greg. He was the complete opposite of the flatterers surrounding her. Confident but not arrogant, with an intelligent, calm gaze. What flared in her soul wasn't a childish desire for a new toy, but a cold, possessive passion. "I want him," she declared to her father. Brandon called Greg into his office. The conversation was short and harsh. "You'll break up with your fiancée and date Sarah. Your reward: partnership in the firm, your name on the sign. Otherwise, I'll destroy you. Your legal career will end before it even begins. I'll find a way." The threat hung thick and heavy in the air. Greg spent a sleepless night. He had to choose between love and the rest of his life. The next morning, he made a decision that would change everyone's lives. He went to Brandon and said, "I agree. I'll break up with Shelley." Triumph lit up Brandon's eyes, and Sarah was jubilant. Greg began playing his part. He took Sarah out to restaurants, tolerated her whims, and feigned fascination. Pleased, Brandon began handing him the most important cases and confidential information about the firm, including details of underhanded schemes involving influential clients. Shelley, heartbroken, left town. Several months passed. At another social event hosted by Brandon, where Sarah and Greg were to have their engagement, the latter asked to speak. The audience fell silent, awaiting a touching speech. "Thank you to everyone who came," Greg began, holding the microphone. "Especially you, Brandon. You taught me an important lesson. In our profession, we need evidence, not just threats." He turned to the giant screen. "What you're about to see are copies of documents, correspondence, and financial reports that Mr. Brandon entrusted to me as his future son-in-law. They contain details of corruption schemes, money laundering, and collusion with officials. Everything has already been sent to the prosecutor's office and the city's top journalists." A deathly silence fell over the room. Brandon's face turned white. Sarah looked at Greg in horror. "My decision," Greg continued, "was not to choose between my career and love. My decision was to destroy a system that allows people like you to trade in other people's lives. I didn't become Sarah's husband. I became a witness for the prosecution." He walked off the stage and headed for the exit, where Shelley was waiting. They drove away together, leaving Brandon's crumbling world behind. The next day, Brandon's arrest became headline news. Sarah, having lost not only her fiancé but also her status and her father, finally understood the price of her father's love. Sarah's world collapsed. Public shame, the disappearance of her friends, and the loss of her status were only the beginning. A bitter epiphany came when she realized that her father's blind love had been a prison, and her whims a weapon that ultimately destroyed their family. She disappeared from the city. Rumors circulated that she had changed her name and gone to study for a simple, down-to-earth profession, psychology or social work, in an attempt to understand the intricacies of manipulation and heal her wounds. Sarah forever ceased to be Brandon's favorite daughter, beginning the long and arduous journey to becoming simply Sarah. Greg and Shelley, using the government's reward for information, opened their own small but honest law practice, helping those who were being manipulated by the system. His true resolve was not to submit or flee, but to fight back, using the tyrant's weapons against him.